Good morning, students. Today's topic, structure of a network. A network comprises several components along with their functionality that contribute to its smooth functioning. To form a network, a lot of hardware devices are required, which may be a sender, a receiver, some messages, then the transmission media, and some set of protocols. Today we'll see the structure of a network. Please give the heading structure of a network. Basically, in today's class, we'll see the geometrical arrangement of computer resources, network devices, along with communication channel. So that is called network topology. Topology means geometrical arrangement. The term topology means geometrical arrangement. Network topology means geometrical arrangement of your computers, or you may say the nodes of the networks and network devices. Now see, topology can be physical or logical. What do you mean by physical topology? The physical layout of nodes and cables in the network. Whereas logical topology, the way information flows between different components. Now depending on physical network topologies, we have several types of network topology. Please note down types of physical network topology. Number one is bus topology. Yes, bus, B-U-S, bus, the travel vehicle. Bus topology. Actually, our network is also a path, or you can say a roadway, through which network packets are routed from source to destination, isn't it? So that's why we must have topologies. So first we have bus topology, then star topology, then ring topology, mesh topology, tree topology, and hybrid topology. So these are some type of physical network topologies. So bus topology or nodes are connected through a common communication media like diagram given below. This is the bus topology. If you can see, there is a dark line in between the nodes, that is called the bus or the communication channel, and different computers or nodes are shown in purple color that are connected to the bus directly. So advantages of a bus topology will be easy to install and minimal cabling. And then there are disadvantages also. Difficult reconnection. Once the bus gets destroyed, it is very tedious to connect the whole network again. So it is difficult to add new devices. Then we have star topology. In this star topology, there will be a central hub or switch, and several nodes are attached with it. See the diagram. The advantage is this is less expensive, easy to install, and disadvantage is everything depends on the central computer. Then we have ring topology. See the diagram, ring topology, in which all the computers are connected via a ring. The advantages is it is also easy to install, easy to reconfigure, and easy to detect a problem. But disadvantage, if one of the node breaks down, what happen? All the network, the topology will get destroyed. Then we have mesh topology. In mesh topology, each and every computer node is physically connected via wired medium through each and every other computers. So this is totally connected network. So this is called mesh topology. The advantage is avoid traffic, since each link can carry its own data. And one link gets broken, the rest of the network is still functional. It's very easier to detect a problem in the network. And the disadvantages are a lot of cabling is required, so the cost increases and this becomes a complex network. So this is mesh topology. Then we have tree topology, where a hierarchy of nodes will work. There is a central node, and through which some physical nodes or leaf nodes will be connected. So there is a hierarchy. So this is called the tree topology. Advantages: it is scalable and easier fault detection and fault identification mechanism. Disadvantage: maintenance of this type of network is not easy, and if the root fails, the entire network is crippled. Then we have hybrid topology, in which different types of topologies, it is a combination of different types of topology. You can see in the diagram there's a tree topology, then we have star topology, both gets mixed. So this is hybrid topology. More than one topology, geometrical arrangement may be used in this type of topology. Then again, I would like to discuss types of network. Based on the area covered, we may distribute networks in several parts. Please note down their name: PAN, LAN, MAN and WAN. PAN is personal area network, LAN is local area network, MAN is metropolitan area network, and WAN is wide area network. Now see, a computer network may be small or big depending upon the number of computers and other network devices linked together. Thus, networks vary in size, complexity and geographical spread. A computer network can be on a table, in a room, building, city, country, across continents or around the world. On the basis of this type of geographical spread, we may classify networks in various parts, that are PAN, LAN, MAN and WAN. We'll see them one by one. You can write down: PAN is communication between 2 or 3 mobile devices or PC or laptop. Local area network is within building. Metropolitan area network or MAN is within city, and wide area network within multiple cities or countries. Okay. A personal area network or small network used to establish communication between a computer and other handheld devices in the proximity of up to 10 meters using wired USB connectivity or wireless system like Bluetooth or infrared. PANs are used to connect computers, laptops, mobiles and other IT enabled devices to transfer files including emails, digital photos, audio and video, etc. The Bluetooth technology implements PAN. PAN may include wireless computer keyboard and mouse, Bluetooth enabled headphones, wireless printers and TV remotes. The network that belongs to a single person or user is known as PAN. Come to the second one, local area network. LAN is a privately owned computer network covering a small geographical area or small physical area like a home, office or a building, such as a school. It can cover an area spread over a few meters to a radius of a few kilometers. So, data transfer rate or speed over LAN can vary from 10 Mbps to 1 Gbps. If a LAN is set up using unguided media, it is called WLAN or wireless LAN. The key purpose of a LAN is to share resources. LAN users can share data, programs, printer, disk, modems, etc. Then we have next one, metropolitan area network. MAN, metropolitan area network. MAN's network is larger than LAN and can cover a city and its surrounding areas. A MAN usually interconnects a number of LANs and individual computers. It also shares the computing resources among users. All types of communication media, whether it is guided or unguided, are used to set up a MAN. A MAN is typically owned and operated by a single entity, such as a government body or a large corporation, such as BSNL. A good example of MAN is the interconnected offices of a multinational company or cable television network available in the whole city. And the next one is WAN, wide area network. It is basically a telecommunication network. This type of network spreads over a large geographical area across countries and continents. WAN are generally used to interconnect several other types of networks such as LAN and MANs. They facilitate fast and efficient exchange of information at a high speed and low cost. A WAN uses common carriers like satellite system, telephone lines, etc. WAN can cover an area with a radius spanning hundreds of kilometers. A network of ATMs, banks, government offices, international organizations, offices, etc., spread over a country, continent, or covering many continents are example of WAN. All types of communication media, guided or unguided, are used to set up a WAN. The best known example of WAN is the internet. The internet is the largest WAN spanning the entire planet. So a WAN interconnects all the computers across the world. So these are the 4 types of network based on the geographical span. Okay, this much is enough for today. Next day we will discuss network layout. Thank you very much.